In this video, I'll be showing the cleanest method for data binding. What is data binding? Data binding is when you bind the property of a UI element to the property of another object. So have a look at this simple mobile application. It has a label saying hello world, and when you use this slider, the font size will change accordingly. So let me show you how you can do this. Let's create a new project. I'm going to call this font size app. I'm going to use the blank template. And we just have to wait for a couple of seconds. Okay. So I'm going to erase these labels first. And I'm going to change the text property of this label in this frame. Hello world. Okay, and I'm going to put a slider here from the toolbox. Okay, maximum value, let it be 72. So first I'm gonna give a name to our slider. So as we only have one slider, let's call it slider. And here in the label we are going to add the binding context property. We are going to use the curly braces. This is a markup extension, and let's use the X prefix reference, and here we are going to refer to the corresponding UI element, which is in our case the slider. Next, we are going to bind the value of that element to the font size property of the label. So again, curly braces, binding value. That's it. So let's run the application. So now if you use the slider, the font size is changing accordingly. Okay, I'm going to stop debugging. And what if you would like to bind another property? For example, you would like to bind the value of the slider to a property of another object, for example the opacity of the frame. So let's use opacity, curly braces, binding value, and nothing really changed. It is because we should put this here. In that case, the value of the slider will be inherited by all the elements in the stack layout. So let's run the application again. And now we can't see anything because the value of the opacity is now 0. But if you use the slider, this will appear. Thank you for watching.